Hello everybody, Calamity here, and today the mid-season update came out, and it's a big one for consoles because they're doing the whole like restructuring the game, so you have to the update's a lot bigger than what it is because you're basically reinstalling the game. Um, but we're just gonna go over the patch notes, and I'll just share my 2 cents on them. I'm sure all the professional players and coaches and all that stuff gave their 2 cents already, and I'm pretty late. But let's go ahead and take a look, see what you can expect the next time you log in. So I don't really care about all this showdown shuffle stuff. It's just like event stuff. There's quick play. They're bringing back assault. If you guys want to remember how miserable those maps are, sure. And then you get some loot boxes at the end of the month, which is nice. Let's talk about the actual balance changes. So first of all, general hero updates. They added a setting for Sim and Zarya called Show Weapon Range Indicator to assist in communicating when you're close enough to hit your target. This is actually really nice. Alright, Doomfist. Empowered Punch can be held indefinitely, creating situations with limited counterplay. Adding a duration sets clear expectations while maintaining its intended impact. The power matrix adjustment aligns its effective area more closely with Doomfist's model for gameplay clarity. So your Rocket Punch will deteriorate after 20 seconds. So when it says deteriorate, does it mean like it slowly loses power? Like we don't know how much power it loses after the 20 seconds. But I mean, this forces the Doomfist just to actually have to, you know, commit to using it or just lose it after the... If you're holding on to your punch for 20 seconds, though, I don't think you're playing Doomfist right. But, you know, maybe it's like after you win the team fight and you have a charged fist and you're just waiting, I guess. Forces you to be a little bit more aggro with it. So, I mean, that's a good change, I suppose. Power Matrix. Projectile absorption area scaled down to more closely match the size of Doomfist model. Good. Good change, in my opinion. Next up is Diva. Extended booster successfully encouraged more aggressive booster usage, but the damage bonus was too high for a minor perk. Reducing the value maintains its purpose while lowering overall lethality. I don't know about you guys, and I'm pretty sure most people would agree. I don't think people are taking the extended boosters perk. I think most people take the eject overhealth perk, so they have a little bit more survivability outside of their mech. And I've used this perk a couple times, and the few times that I did use it, I did not like how it felt having the extra long booster. Sometimes you just wanted to end it early and just shoot your gun instead. And yeah, I don't think this perk is very good. And not only that, they just nerfed it by a gigantic amount. 100% to 40% is huge. So yeah, let me zoom in here a little bit. But yeah, that sounds terrible. I think nobody's gonna pick this perk now. Assuming out of the 12 people that were picking it, this is bad. Roadhog. While whole hog's knockback can make confirming eliminations difficult. This small change decreases, or this small damage increase improves his reliability, especially in open spaces. Whole hog. +1 damage per pellet. I don't know how many pellets he fires per shot during his whole hog. Someone's gonna have to correct me or let me know, but I mean, I already thought his ult was already good, and I don't think it needed this buff. I don't think Roadhog needs any buffs, to be honest. And most Roadhogs know not to just shoot your targets in open spaces. They usually will they'll either try to push you off if there's a ledge, or they'll push you into a wall. So you're stuck in a corner and then you just die. So now you'll just die even faster. So, Roadhog is now stronger, I guess. And not in a good way. Alright, damage updates. The increased fall-off range helped reinforce Ash's role as a long-range hit scan, but has made her damage output too consistent at far distances. Partially reverting this change reins her in her long-range pressure while preserving this identity. They also nerfed Viper Sting to reduce the ammo you gain from 2 to 1. This is fine because I'm still taking Viper Sting for the damage. The extra damage that you get for just landing your shots. So I'm still taking it. And then the Viper, the secondary fire fall-off range has been reduced from 40 to 60 meters to 35 to 55 meters. I mean, it's annoying. They buffed it, then they nerfed it, then they... Alright, we'll take it. It's fine. So a bit of a nerf to Ashe, but she's fine overall. Bastion. Recent fire rate improvements enhance the feel of Bastion's primary fire. But also increase his damage output more than desired. Reducing damage slightly offsets this while keeping the improved weapon flow intact. So while his configuration, when he's in the recon mode, his damage is reduced from 25 to 23. That's fine. Most Bastions are just going into tank mode and holding left click anyways, so if they're not in tank mode, then they're firing their bombs at me, and that's fine. So I did think though that Bastions did have a bit higher damage than everyone else on average, and I don't know if this is gonna really make those numbers a lot lower, but we'll see. Freya, the primary fire adjustments improve Freya's baseline weapon consistency and reduce her reliance on empowered bolts, which is weird because you would think you would want to increase her reliance on it because that's her main way of doing damage. And it's harder to aim those than the primary fire. Increased take aims damage restores an important breakpoint against 225 health targets while keeping its overall impact in check. Okay, so that was a lot of wording, but let's see what she did. So the Rev Draw crossbow primary fire, the maximum spread has been reduced to 1.5 degrees, and the spread now ramps up more slowly and fans out horizontally. This is a change that I would have to see personally. I don't play a lot of Freya, but I would have to like actually just fire the crossbow and kind of see how it feels to know if this is like super good or annoying. But I mean, most Freyas are just updraft, empowered bolt, dash, empowered bolt, dash, empowered bolt, dead. That's your whole cycle. And then maybe your primary fire to finish off low targets, but you shouldn't be missing. I guess they want you to use more of the primary fire, I guess. So, take aim. The impact damage has been increased from 35 or 30 to 35. Oh, okay, never mind. So, I thought Freya was getting nerfed here. I misunderstood. Okay, so she's getting buffed quite a bit. So her primary fire has less spread apparently, and her empowered bolts do more damage again. So, yikes. Be very careful again with Freyas that are very, very good. She's going to be very deadly again. Alright, Genji. Genji's ammo allows for more consistent pressure in fights and secure kills without needing to reload as often. +6 to his clip before having to reload. So they always do this thing with Genji where they'll like nerf buff like the tiniest part of his kit. And I guess he's getting a buff this time around, so we'll see how that fans out. Symmetra, reducing the secondary fire projectile size increases the precision required to use it effectively. Good. A lot of Symmetras would just right-click and then just send it down main and get value for free. Lowering teleporter durability provides a clearer counterplay and encourages more deliberate placement. Good. Symmetra is one of those heroes that I feel like is underrated, and if you go against one that knows exactly what she's doing, it can be a nightmare to go against. So yeah, these nerfs are fine. Teleporter was definitely way too tanky. A lot of sims could literally just plant the teleporter in your face at a choke point, and like, you know, if her whole team is on the same page, it doesn't matter. The other team's getting in your face for free before you can even kill that teleporter. So yeah, having it lose the 50 HP can definitely help a lot more. Especially those Symmetras that like to like poke in and out with their teleporter and be super annoying. Yeah, this is gonna help you out a lot. Vendetta, this is probably the big one that a lot of people were hoping for, so let's see. While recent changes improved ability flow, Vendetta's overall lethality has remained too high. These adjustments reduce key breakpoints and alter the combinations required to secure limbs. So projected edge, that's her, obviously her projectile. Reduce the damage from 80 to 70. That's pretty rough. Soaring Slice now starts on cooldown when you respawn. This does not apply if you get rezzed or if you're in deathmatch. Wow. Yeah, that's also pretty rough for her mobility. Whirlwind Dash. Damage reduced from 80 to 70. Okay, real quick. Going back to the Soaring Slice thing, that's kind of messed up for Vendetta to have that because Lucio's, Juno's, Tracers, like they're all blinking and speeding out of spawn. But for Vendetta specifically, she has to deal with the cooldown. I don't know. I feel like that's an unnecessary way to nerf her. I'd rather her nerf maybe the just cooldown overall of Soaring Slice. But Whirlwind Dash also got a -10 damage nerf. And Raging Storm perk, damage reduced from 40 to 35 per spin. So I do think this is a step in the right direction. And we'll see how it pans out overall. I just don't like the Soaring Slice change. It's kind of It's weird. It's like I don't know, it's too targeted. It should just be a different sort of nerf somewhere else. But I think that this is good. A lot of players have been annoyed with Vendetta, myself included. When you put her in the hands of really good players, she can be very annoying to deal with. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Excuse me. Venture, Drill Dash could feel too reliable when used in close proximity. Reducing its radius requires slightly more control and better aligns the ability impacts with its visual size. Drill Dash reduces its radius from 2.4 to 2.0 meters. This is good because your Venture should always just be drill dashing into a bunch of grouped up enemies, and you'll get a lot of value from it. But I do like this whole like we're reducing projectile size and we're actually requiring you to aim now. I actually like this. I'm fine with this. Too many characters have just like a whole just send it down, you know, in front of you and you'll get value, you'll hit something. So I'm fine with that nerf. All right, supports. Illari. Illari offers less utility than other offensively oriented supports, so increasing her damage raises her impact and improves her effectiveness when she's positioned well and landing shots. Wow. So Solar Rifle, max damage +5 and minimum damage +5. This is really good if you're already playing this character and you're confident with landing your shots. You just got a bunch of damage. Well, +5 damage is really nice though. So, I mean, just nice change for her. Lucio, Soundwave can be disruptive on a short cooldown. Increasing its cooldown reduces how frequently it can be used and slightly lowers Lucio's overall pressure. Now, I don't know about you guys, but Lucio, I'm sure is maybe problematic in higher ranks. But I rarely ever see Lucio in my games. Like if I'm playing, let's say I'm playing a 4-hour session, I will see a Lucio maybe once or twice during the 4 hours of playing on ranked. Like I'm not even exaggerating. It's very rare to see him. And even when I do see him, it's only on like gimmicky maps like Ilios Well and other places where you can boot people off, and that's kind of it. And that's all people try to do. So I don't know. I really didn't feel like he needs any sort of nerf, but I mean, I guess maybe this is for the higher ranked people like masters and stuff. Moira. This change increases Coalescence generation to better align its impact with other support ultimates. Ultimate cost reduced by 7%. This is a nice buff, especially for those that are taking the perk that increases the Coalescence like either damage or healing. Since you're getting the ult more frequently, it means you'll get more value from the perk. So good change. I'm fine with her getting reduced cost because her ult can feel sometimes like very little impact, as in like, you know, there's been how many times have you played more? You're ulting and you just feel like you're not doing anything. Like people are still dying, you're not getting enough heals out, or you're trying to damage someone with it, and it's just not enough. So having it more often gives you more opportunities where you can get value from it. So nice change. Last but not least is Zenyatta. Zenyatta's limited survivability and defensive options can limit his overall impact. Increasing Discord Orb's amplification improves his contribution when he's able to position safely and keep the Discord Orb active. Discord Orb damage amplification increased from 25. This is huge. This is probably the biggest support change out of everybody. A 5% damage amplification increase is insane. Zenyatta is now going to be a huge hard counter for like any tank that's constantly shredding your team that doesn't have a shield. So like Malga without his ult, Junker Queen, throw that Discord orb on them and watch them melt, assuming your team can actually focus on your Discord targets. But yeah, this is really, really strong. Really, really strong. You got to be careful with Zen now, especially if you got that Discord orb on you. That's actually a crazy change. I think Zenyatta is going to get a noticeable spike in win rate, at least, especially for those that play him a lot, for sure. But yeah, that's overall the I don't really go over the stadium stuff because it's whatever. But yeah, that's overall the updates. Again, it's the mid-season update, so you know, never expect like gigantic reworks or anything like that. The Vendetta change was definitely needed, so we'll see how that plays out. I do like the reducing the projectile size of certain heroes. Not every hero needs that change, but some definitely do, and require you to aim more. I like it. And then the Zenyatta buff is actually insane. There's some changes I didn't care for. Like this Diva nerf is like, eh. This Roadhog buff is bleh. Not necessary. I feel like they're just trying to, you know, when you're like trying to write an essay and there's like a word requirement and you're just trying to fill out, you know, make your sentences longer just so it looks like you have more changes happening. That's what these two changes feel like. These are like nothing. Like no one's really taking extended boosters. And even if you were, you're probably not going to take it now. And then Roadhog, the ult was already like annoying enough. So I don't feel like these are going to be too impactful. Anyways, that's going to be my 2 cents on the patch notes. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like some of the changes? Do you hate them? Do you not care? Yeah. Doesn't really, I don't think it'll be a huge overall impact, but we'll see what happens in the next coming weeks leading up to the next season. And that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.